Hi, you guys. This is our 22nd episode of this series, and yeah, this is where we're at. If you saw the last episode, you know that we had kind of an unfortunate turn of events with my maybe a little bit unrealistic attempt at conquering the Woodland Mansion. It was really bad, but as promised, I have plans today to get us a nice library for some villagers to make good trades. And I'm really excited about what we're doing today. So let's jump right in and get started. All right. In light of recent events, considering I've lost all of my armor, or most of my armor, and I've lost my amazing bow and everything that was just so many things, I think the next course of action is to build our library for our librarians, because they can give us enchants that are just not easy to roll for, like mending, of course, mending. I would like to make the library similar to this blacksmith house, but instead of doing stone on the bottom, I think I'm going to try to use brick. I need to get so much clay, and it takes so long to make brick. So I'm going to do my best to just get all of the clay I need, get that smelted down, and then I think we'll have everything we need aside from that. Once these guys move, we'll get out of here. This is why I shouldn't have even opened that, because now I can't get out. There we go. So it'll be like this, but better. Yeah, we only have 7. That's not going to cut it. Not at all. Okay. I was looking it up, and to make a clay farm is going to be quite a process. I think it's not worth it for the sake of this village. Oh, forgot about you. I could do it a manual way. I could take dripstone blocks and use these. I've got 5. And then I need water bottles. I have 6. We are going to need more calcite. All right, so it's inventory time, guys. Give me a minute and I will gather everything. This is how rabbit trails start for me, because I go in the cave looking for calcite and dripstone, and I realize my bow is so bad. But thankfully, I was able to get what I needed, and I got started on my little manual farm, which, to be honest, was just a joke. It has begun. We have a little bit of clay. Wonder what happens if I just put this in here. What would I get? Infinity? Are you kidding me? All right, if that's the case, then we better go back down and... Oh, look at all of our bees. They're so happy. I love it.
8:01 p.m.
I've been doing this has been like going on an hour of just kind of going back and forth, getting clay and getting levels and getting the calcite and such. So it really, really does take a long time. But look, we got infinity on a bow. Oh my gosh, and we got power 3 and unbreaking 3. Let's go. That is great. I wonder if I can... If I put these together, power 2, power 2. And then if we take... So 19 levels will get us power 4 with infinity. This is an amazing bow. All right, let's go check on our clay. Yep, that's all done. After a few rounds of harvesting clay this way, I went ahead and just decided to get it from the river to see if that would have been easier, and it was. All right, I have come to the conclusion that it is not smart to do a manual mud farm for clay. It just absolutely does not make sense. I got so much clay even without fortune. I got so much just from a few minutes of digging. I'm kind of shocked. I feel so silly for even trying that. I didn't think I gathered that much, but here we are with like 4 stacks, 5 stacks in a matter of minutes. So there's that. Live and learn, I tell ya. All right, now we wait. Everything's cooking in this crazy furnace beast. All right, I think we have everything we need. We're going to use lots of calcite on the top, brick on the bottom. Might mix in some granite with the brick. We'll mix in some diorite. And then I'm thinking of just using, as usual, spruce for the main wood type. Not sure if I'm going to do a two-tone roof or not yet. I grabbed some oak just in case. But we shall see as the build progresses. Let's start with this and go from there. All right, I went ahead and terraformed as usual to make enough space. As you can see, this whole wall I've redone for the sake of this being longer facing this direction. I really wanted it to face this way. I went back and forth of having it just kind of facing the path, and it felt like everything was kind of too linear. This face is that way, this face is that way, that one. I wanted to make it more circular, where the door is right here somewhere. I think makes a lot more sense. So I hope I made it big enough. We're gonna make it actually go down one level. All right, now I can imagine this a little bit better. So once this tree is gone, the path is going to kind of come this way and down. All right. I'm actually going to build the frame of the walls first. I don't usually like to do that because I like to know the size of everything, kind of get the outline first. But this time I really do need to have an idea of like where the posts are going to go. I think I have the basic shape. I'm going to use stone for the foundation to save my brick because the brick was a pain to get. So I think having a stone foundation will give me a little bit of wiggle room. I am using another really cool Pinterest that I found, and I will link the name in the description so that you can see it. I think if we mix in some tuff and stone, that would look good. Let's try that. I think it actually needs to be back one. So this is the part that gets tricky for me because we're going to be using the front a little more it's going to have a little more dimension to it. It's going to be three-dimensional on the front instead of the two-dimensional thing we have going on here. I'm just going to go ahead and go around everything as if it was like this. Wait, what happened here? Okay. And we'll put in maybe we'll put in some tuff here and there. What does that look like? I don't know. Very different indeed. No, I don't think I like it. I like it, I just don't like it with the stone. So I think we're just gonna stick with regular stone and cracked stone. All right. Then we'll take our brick. This is right. Yeah, because right there and right there. And then we'll have two and then one more across. Yep. Oh boy. Are we gonna have enough? Literally just enough. And that's not including the front side. Wowzer. Okay. This definitely needed to come all the way to the corners. Or wait, what have I done? This was painful to watch back, I'm not gonna lie. It was the right window, it was just off center. And I'm ashamed at how long it took me to figure this out. So in the meantime, just ignore that and eventually I will fix it. Maybe I wait to do the texturing. Maybe first we just do some of the other stuff that we are gonna need to do. We're gonna have a stair that comes out right here on each side. We're gonna have another log with a stair, like so. Nope, nope, nope. These need to be one higher. Maybe we'll just work on the front and then we'll figure out the pattern. Yes, looking good, looking good. Okay. All of this needs to be stripped. Inside the bottom are going to be little planter boxes. Why does this look like it's off? What did I do? Oh. Now we're going to take and put another one right here. I think that's right. So then the calcite will be, let's just do like that for now. Oh, I might have screwed this up. Yep, I'm one too low. Like that. Yep, yes indeedy. There. Wow, okay. And then let's make some oak fences for now. I don't know about these fences. All right, for the sake of visualizing this, I am going to go ahead and texture this. So let's get some granite and try putting some granite in there. I never use granite either. So this is a lot of experimenting that I'm not really used to. Much better. Let's do the roof. We're going to do a simple roof. I think I used dark oak on this, and actually I really like it. Really, really like the dark oak. I haven't used dark oak at all. And then I do have some calcite and the spruce to just finish this off. Yes, this looks perfect. This looks so good. Got some stairs here. And then we'll do the same thing here where we have one of these and one of these. Ah, yes, this will have to be in one. So actually, this needs to be right here. I think this actually is one more back. Those are lecterns. Oh my goodness, I just figured it out. The railing. They are lecterns. Wow. We probably use slabs. For the rest of this build, it was a lot of just filling in the holes and figuring out where everything connected, and it was so much work for me. I ended up going back and forth so many times with different things. So for a lot of this, just piecing it together, I'm just gonna let you listen and enjoy all of the Minecraft sounds as I build the house together. And I might pop back in now and then for commentary, but this is just a warning. There's not gonna be a lot of talking going on while I'm doing this. Uh-oh. That is a problem. So what I ended up doing was pushing back this wall. It was kind of a pain in the butt to go ahead and like redo this again, but I think it's going to be for the best. I do need to fix this spot because that's supposed to have stairs there. I'm not sure how we're going to address this with this meeting here. So maybe we'll just leave this side. Now let's go ahead and fill in all of the remaining calcite and strip logs. Hopefully I have enough. All right, now all of these have a nice little Bavarian style roof. The build is so close. We need glass. Let's go look at the back. We didn't check out the back side. Make sure the lecterns look right. Yes, that's perfect. I love, that is such a cool idea. Props to you, dude. Oh, I do need windows. Windows. Oh, there they are. Sheesh, knockback is crazy. I don't know how I feel about that because it's kind of hard to go get the loot if they're that far away. All right. Where were we before we were so rudely interrupted? All right, you guys, this is the final product. This was so much work. When I tell you I was grinding for all of the materials for this, I am not lying. It was such a grind. So I'm just going to walk you through what I ended up doing in our library. So the outside, before we go inside, I went ahead and just finished off all of the exterior, giving it little details, planter boxes, some chests and things like that. Just not a lot to do with the sides. Kind of continuing that. I basically just mimicked the front with this backside. I did add a chimney. I wasn't going to, but I really wanted one on the inside, so I figured there's really nothing much happening back here anyway, so it was a good spot for it. I did use some like walls up here to give it a little bit of depth mixed in with the blocks. Nothing really fancy, a lot of berries, a lot of planter boxes, as you can see. Let's go inside. So there is a fireplace here. My fireplaces are not very good, but just with the depth, this is such a narrow area. It just kind of had to be like this. So I'm sorry it looks so bad, but I ended up just putting a bunch of green around because it really needed some green with all of this red and brown. And I used the amethyst shards to give a little twinkle. And this is going to be where we put the villagers. Our librarians will obviously have to roll their trades, but this is kind of the general idea. I would like this one to be a book one, actually, with the book and quill. And then I need a few more trapdoors that I can put up so that they don't escape. But this is like their little countertop. The library. So the library was a ton of work just to get the books. And as you can see, I barely have any. There's so much to do still with this, but I put a ladder up because, you know, like Beauty and the Beast, when she's rolling across the library, the bookshelves with the ladder. That is totally what I'm imagining here. And then let's go upstairs. And we have a little bit more of the same idea, some bookshelves. No books here. This is kind of like a little game area. This is like a little board game table, little card table, little reading nook by the fireplace. I don't know if I want this. Well, it's fine. I don't know if I love this, but I would like to put carpet here. But I'm really afraid of fire spread. I don't know in Java how it works with like the surrounding wood, but I'm pretty sure this could catch fire. So I did put this glass up. I know it looks ridiculous. I'm just a little paranoid. And then the balcony right now, there's nothing out here, but you know, it's a cute little balcony. I could put some green up here. Some greenery would be nice. But now the only thing to do is to get our villagers inside. So I need to make a few more trapdoors before we do that. And then we can get the villagers. So let me grab some more wood to make trapdoors, and then we can get them in. And hopefully we'll get mending. Well, we will get mending, whatever it takes. I'm going to do it. One thing that this huge project taught me is that obviously, for one, I underestimate the amount of resources so badly. Just getting the wood and the bricks. Oh my gosh, the bricks were so much work. All the decorating, even just between the books, things like that just take so much time. It was so humbling for me to see how many resources it actually took and how long it took me to get them. Oops. I think I should put this one over here for now. And actually, I'm going to take all of them. I might have to get tricky and use like a fence for now. So I started the tedious process of trying to get the villager into the library. Yes. Okay, there we go. But as usual, it was quite the struggle. Why are you hovering over the... So of course I ended up towing him in a boat, and I had to tear up the inside of the house and get rid of all the barrels so he would stop turning into a fisherman. Go into the house. There we go. Then it was time to roll the lectern for mending. Okay guys, this is going to be going on for a while, I think, so I'll be right back. We'll just roll till we get it.
8 hours later.
Oh my goodness, we got mending. We finally have mending, and we need 20 emeralds and 1 book or 9 emeralds. So I'm going to go get 9 emeralds. You, sir. I will take 1 bookshelf for all of my emeralds. Yes, we have mending. Oh, I need to buy so much mending stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna say this is good for today. I really like the way all of this turned out. I'm just gonna give you guys a little montage of the whole library as it stands right now.